There is an ancient mountain in Southern Appalachia whose beauty and mystique stand unrivaled. Rising high above these age-old mountains, it's a place that keeps pulling me back time after time. It remains largely untamed, holding secrets of lost legends and ancient connections. This is no ordinary mountain. As winter settled into this region, I decided to return once more. I thought I'd discover something new, but I never imagined it would be like this. The story goes that John Muir was visiting Grandfather Mountain in September of 1898 while suffering from a bronchial cough for many months. While climbing up to the peak, he fell into poetic rapture over the view from the top and said that the air had healed him and he could now walk 10 miles and not be tired. He couldn't hold it in and began to jump about and sing and glory in it all. What was it that he experienced? And what makes this mountain feel so magical? Hey YouTubers, thanks for watching. I'm at Grandfather Mountain today, or known as the Tanawha Mountain by the Cherokee. It is windy out today. This mountain dates back to about 300 million years, with some of the rock formations over 1 billion years old. And I'm actually headed up to Calloway Peak, starting off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. One of the interesting things about this mountain is that it's eroding away because it's so old, and it's actually revealing layers of the mountain underneath it, really deep layers. So there's a lot of really interesting rock formations, and it's got some of the richest biodiversity in the Appalachian Mountains. Here we're in the Boulder Forest, where large rocks break through the ground and trees twist their roots around them, shaping a rugged, ever-changing landscape. Grandfather Mountain is home to a very rare world of biodiversity, where ecosystems normally spread across the entire East Coast. Here they exist side by side. As I start to ascend up the mountain, I find myself surrounded by a thicket of rhododendron. This lower part of the trail is an Acidic Cove Forest. It's a place of balance, cool, shaded, and damp, where trees that don't thrive in extreme conditions live. Hemlocks, tulip poplars, and maples tower overhead, their roots stretching through the soil, shaping the dense forest around me. Okay, that's all good. Just under the trail lies a quartz-striped bluish-green rock that has been exposed through years of footsteps. This unusual rock structure takes me up to Flat Rock View. From From here you can see flat rock and how far Grandfather Mountain stretches far beyond the ridgeline I'm climbing. In the distance, Snake Mountain and Elk Knob rise up just below the cloud cover. Their peaks are difficult to see. The Cherokee called this mountain Tanawha, which means fabulous hawk, a name that speaks to its stark presence over the land. For centuries, they walked these ridges, leaving behind stories and meaning woven into the landscape itself. Standing here now, it's easy to wonder, what did Grandfather Mountain mean to those who came before us? And what secrets of its past still remain hidden today? As I'm getting up higher in elevation, seeing less hardwoods and more spruce and fir trees. As I climb higher, the forest changes once again. Red spruce and Fraser firs take over. Their dark green needles rustle from the wind. This high elevation forest feels almost otherworldly, cool, quiet, and untouched, like a hidden world. With the snow melting, water is flowing down the trail, turning sections into small rushing streams. Each step comes with the sound of trickling runoff weaving through rocks and roots. But with patches of ice still clinging to the shaded spots, each step needs to be careful because it's very slick. As I come to the final ascent before Calloway Peak, this is the most challenging section of the trail. A series of wooden ladders climb the steep rocky face, forcing me to rely on my hands just as much as my feet. With ice patches clinging to the wood and rocks, I have to be extra careful because one wrong move could mean a quick fall. Reaching the top of Calloway Peak, I'm met with a view that leaves me in awe. This rocky ridge is surrounded by Fraser firs that give the peak a rugged, mystical beauty. McCrae's Peak is the nearest and part of Grandfather Mountain, while in the distance, Linville Gorge and Mount Mitchell are visible, each a striking emblem of these ancient mountains. The mystery behind Grandfather Mountain's healing air is not just in the stories told about it, but in the mountain itself. Its dramatic beauty, standing tall and strikingly different from the surrounding peaks, inspire a sense of wonder that leads to legends. It's no wonder that those who came before us thought that the air had healing powers. For this place is where nature's contrasts and mysteries come together, creating an experience unlike any other. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel.